Today I'm going over my top 7 most used kitchen items. These are ones that each have a solid function in a home kitchen. They're quality built and they perform reliably for me time after time. I'll briefly go over each item and share with you my favorite highlights. Let's get into it.
First on the list is this E-Cozy pellet ice maker. This is something that I use on a daily basis. This is one of those kitchen appliances that you don't think you need until you've lived with one for a while. The appeal really comes down to the ice itself. It's soft, it's chewable, and very different from traditional cubed ice. What surprised me the most is how often it actually gets used. Once it's on the counter, it becomes the default source for ice, whether it's for water, iced coffee, or just grabbing a handful throughout the day. This machine is not something that feels essential at first, but over time, it just becomes one of those background conveniences you start to rely on without thinking about it. This machine runs quietly, it's easy to fill, and the ice it produces is soft and chewable. If you're someone who really enjoys nugget ice, this is the kind of upgrade that makes sense long term, not because it's flashy, but because it actually gets used. Next on my list is a really small but important upgrade. This is a flex edge beater and it actually fits on a standard KitchenAid mixer stand. If you have one of these, you know that it just comes with standard paddle attachments, but I got this one that has a rubber silicone side on it, which actually scrapes the bowl as you're using it. Not only does this help keep the bowl cleaner while you are using it and easier to clean up afterwards, but it actually helps incorporate all the ingredients a lot faster, so you're not left with a pocket of flour at the bottom of your bowl when you're finished. And you can also use that scraper as a spatula when you're done to scoop out all the batter into your pan. It really has come in handy. I never even use my regular paddle attachment anymore. This is a really simple and easy upgrade to make to your standard KitchenAid mixer. What I appreciate about this attachment is that it stays in contact with the sides of the bowl as it mixes. This just means fewer interruptions, fewer pauses, and just a smoother process overall, especially with thicker batters like cookie doughs. It doesn't change how your mixer works, it just makes the process a little bit more efficient. And the beater attachment's really easy to clean up with soap and water. This is one of those accessories that doesn't feel super exciting, but once you're used to it, it's hard to go back to the regular one. My next item on my list is a kind of a luxury. This is the Our Place Always pan. You may have heard of these, and I have mine in the 12-inch size. It comes in a few different sizes and several really fun colors. I have mine in the color Steam. I just find that to be a nice neutral mushroom type color that fits in well with my decor. But more important than its beautiful aesthetics, this pan is really engineered specifically to do an excellent job at cooking a variety of things. It has a steam vent on the lid. Underneath the lid is a moisture collection area. There is a spot on the handle to hold the wooden spatula, and on the inside, it comes with a steamer basket. There is a really special nonstick coating on the inside. It's really easy to wipe clean, and you will not find any sort of burnt bits on the bottom of this pan. It does a really great job resisting any sort of sticking. This pan has been talked about a lot over the last few years. I'm sure you've heard about it, and I really love it for everyday cooking. It has a special plate at the bottom that does a great job distributing the heat evenly. You can use this on any type of cooktop. I use a gas stove, but it works just as easily on an induction and electric stove. And I like that it's not just a saute pan. The sides are deep enough that you can actually use this as a steamer using the included steamer basket. This is perfect for making things like hard-boiled eggs or just steaming fresh veggies. But not only that, if you are a person who likes to fry at home, you could actually use this as a small fry pan as well. What I really like about this pan is how approachable it feels. It heats evenly, it's easy to move around with a handle on the side, and it works well for the kinds of meals I tend to make most often. Simple sautés, quick one-pan dishes, and anything where I want to cook without pulling out multiple pieces of cookware. I don't reach for it because it's trendy. I reach for it because it's already clean, it's already on the stove, and it's easy to work with. That convenience just really ends up adding a lot of value to the pan. The size is another reason it stays in my rotation. It's roomy without feeling too oversized, which makes it useful for both smaller meals and dishes that just need a little more space to spread out. I don't feel like I have to baby it while I'm cooking, and that makes the process a lot more relaxed. Over time, this has become one of those pieces I really instinctively grab when I don't want to think too hard about what pan to use. That said, this pan isn't for everything I use. I still use other cookware depending on what I'm going to make, but this one fills a really specific role, everyday cooking that doesn't need anything complicated. I added this pan to this list because it is something I use every single day. In fact, I wash and dry it and just keep it out on my stovetop all day long. I love that you can color match to your decor, and it's just a really efficient pan. The nonstick coating is great and it's easy to wash up. Next on my list is a true favorite of mine. This is a Zule milk frother. I've had this in my home for about 5 years now, the same exact one, and it's easy to operate. It does just take a couple of AA batteries and they last forever. Typically, they last me about a year. But the milk frother just works with the push of one button. It's so simple and fast. I use it every morning for my coffee. You can use this for all kinds of things, including salad dressings and frothing all types of different milk. You can use it hot or cold, and the whisk itself washes really easily. I just like to rinse it under warm, soapy water. I like to froth my milk in a separate container and then add it to my drink for an extra foam and lift. But the frother itself runs quietly, it's easy to operate, and it's just one of those favorite kitchen utensils I'm always reaching for. I keep it next to my coffee maker. Next in line is another new favorite of mine. This is an attachment for a KitchenAid mixer. This fits any standard KitchenAid mixer with a spot on the front to add attachments. And this is one that actually will help you make homemade pasta at home. There are 3 different items that it comes with. One is a roller, and then there are 2 different types of pasta cuttings attachments. One is for a fettuccine, and one is for more of a spaghetti. There are dials on the side that allow you to determine the thickness. And as you're starting the process, you want to use this dough roller. And you're just going to decrease the thickness of the dough as you go, starting level by level. And once it's to your desired thickness, you can run it through one of the shredders. I love to use the fettuccine one. I make sure everything's coated nicely in flour, and it comes out perfect almost every time. Another is an essential. I've had this actually for about 20 years. This is an OXO mandoline, and you can use this not only for slicing thick or thin veggies, it's perfect for potatoes, but it also has an included cartridges on the inside, so you can actually change the type of cutter that you're using. You can make crinkle fries, and it's also great for those crinkle carrot cuts as well. This is one of those tools that can save you a huge amount of time, but only if you use it properly. Make sure you always use the guard at the top because you never want to slice your finger. The results are really consistent. The blade thickness can be adjusted as well. This is also a newer item, but it has become a staple in my kitchen. This is an air fryer. This is a Wonder Oven Pro, and I love this new upgraded one. It has an LED screen on the front, so it's easier to use, and it's a large interior size. It comes with all the racks that you need. There's this drip tray at the bottom that catches all the crumbs. I just clean that out occasionally, but it also comes with wire racks, an air fry tray, and even a bake tray. I didn't realize before I got an air fryer that you can actually use this for using as an oven, so I just make cookies in here. You can also obviously air fry, but you can also do things like use it as a toaster. So it's actually replaced my regular toaster because this does an excellent job baking and toasting. I even got one of these and sent it to college with my son because they didn't have a great oven where he lived. This really does a great even job of getting all types of food cooked. It does a great job toasting, air frying, and I'm able to actually get dinner on the meal for 6 people in typically under 30 minutes. It works well and it looks beautiful sitting on my counter too.